Everyone knows how much I love Instagram stories. But Leah, isn't it all about Instagram Reels, you may be saying? And yes, whilst Reels are still being pushed massively out there by Instagram, and they are a really great strategy to reach new audiences and for growth, Stories are still the best tool for nurturing and building your relationships with your current followers, which ultimately leads on to more engagement, direct messages, leads, and sales for your business. And what's more, the more views and engagement that you get on your stories, the further your story post will be pushed out there by Instagram, which in turn increases the views on the rest of your content. So it really is a win-win situation. So in today's video, I'll expand and explain what I mean by this, and also we'll be sharing some simple ways you can increase your story views dramatically. And also make sure you stick around to the end of this video, because I'm going to be sharing with you the one thing you may be doing that is limiting the reach of your story posts, and also the one hack you can do that will help them to skyrocket when your views are struggling. For those of you who are new to my channel, my name is Leah Buckingham, and I am a multi-award-winning social media and business performance coach, and I help ambitious business owners and entrepreneurs just like yourself to position themselves online as a go-to authority in their own industry, so that they have more impact, income and freedom in their lives. If you would like to see my weekly regular trainings, don't forget to hit the subscribe button now. Okay, so let's get to it. The first thing I want to quickly mention is about the number of story posts you should be posting daily, as I get asked this question a lot. And to be honest, it really does depend what you are up to. If I said, for example, to post a minimum of 10 stories a day, and you had many days just sat in your office in front of a computer, it would be really hard to come up with enough interesting content for your stories to do this. But if you were out, for example, at an industry event of some sort, this would be very easy to achieve. And you know, there is nothing worse than posting stories just for the sake of it, because all that will result in is people will just be exiting your stories or swiping by to get to the next person's stories. And eventually they'll probably even stop clicking on your stories because they'll just find them boring. They won't be interested in them anymore, which is really what you don't want. You want people to watch the duration of your story post, and you should be able to tell if you are posting too many stories, because you will see the number of views decreasing as you go further through those posts. So do check them out. So the key is to post regular story posts throughout the day that are engaging, informative, and are of value to your followers, and maybe entertaining or inspiring in some way as well, you know, which we will get onto in a moment. But I just want to stress how important it is to make sure you drip feed your story posts throughout the day as much as possible. And this is because people tend to pop into the Instagram app a number of times throughout the day. And if you post all of your story posts for that day in one go, for example, you'll appear at the top of someone's home feed. But once they've clicked on your story and they've seen all of the story posts in one go, you'll no longer be there at the top of their home feed when they go back into the app later on in the day. So the trick here is by posting your story posts throughout the day, you will keep appearing at the top of their home feed every single time they come into the app, which will encourage them to keep clicking on your stories and keep coming back to you, especially if they've enjoyed what they've seen on your story posts earlier on in the day. Okay, so how do we get more views on our story posts? Well, the first one may seem a little strange, but it honestly does work. So if you start your first story post of the day with a really good post, which includes yourself in the picture or in the video, you will find it does a lot better than starting with the day with any other static image or shared post. And because the first story post gets more views, the rest of your story posts will do better as a result too. Honestly, do try this one and let me know how you get on, because even just doing this one thing has increased my own views massively on my stories. The other main thing to make sure you are doing to increase your views easily as well is to encourage your followers to interact and engage with your story post. Engagement is key because it tells Instagram that, you know, people are interested in your content. So Instagram will then show your other pieces of content to them, and because they're actually engaging with your story, the story then will be pushed out to more people too. So one of the quickest and easiest ways to do this and to encourage engagement is by using the stickers available in your stories. And the following stickers are super fun and engaging. So the first could be using the slider sticker and maybe adding to it to make it even more creative. Things like this are really easy for people to engage with because they don't even have to really think about it. So it's a really fun way for them to interact. Using the quiz sticker too is a really great way for people to get to know you or your industry better as well. So you could do a quiz to test their knowledge on a particular topic. And again, it's a fun thing for your followers to engage with. So you will find you'll definitely get more interactions here. The other one is the question sticker. And again, this will allow people to get more personal or ask questions that you can then help them with. So not only can you respond to their question in a future story post, it could actually give you inspiration for future types of content where you can expand on answering that particular question that they've asked. And if you went on to answer a question in more detail on a feed post or a video post, then that will really help even more to build on your credibility, your authority, and build brand advocacy with your followers, which is really important. And then we have the poll sticker. The poll sticker is one of my favorites because it's super easy for your followers to interact with it, and it enables them to express their own opinions as well. People are also super inquisitive too, so often they'll respond to a poll because they'll want to see the results, which Instagram will show them once they've responded to the poll with the percentages of the answer. And also it's another great way for you to gain insights into your audience and what their views are on particular things. Okay, so I promised at the start of this video I would share with you one thing you're doing that could be limiting your reach, and the one hack you can do to supercharge those views when your story posts are struggling. Instagram has said for a while now that they prefer story posts that are authentic and original, and as a result many creators have actually found that when they share a feed post to their stories, it's not been getting as much reach as other story posts. Now this is because Instagram wants to show people what they want to see on stories, and they have found people are engaging less and not enjoying story posts as much that are simply shared posts from their feeds. They have also recently started trialing removing the shared option on some people's accounts, and you may well be one of them because a lot of people have been telling me they are. And this actually might be rolled out globally too. So if you find your reach on your story posts drops when you share a feed post to them, this may be why, and it will also mean your stories following that one will have less views too. And finally, the one thing you can do to supercharge your story views when they are struggling. Again, this may sound super weird, but I do it all the time and it really does work a treat. Okay, so your story posts have a 24-hour shelf life before they disappear. So if you're constantly sharing stories, you are always going to be appearing at the top of people's feed. But you may also start being a bit of overkill and people will stop looking. If you're finding this and your views are getting less, and you're trying all these things in this video, but you're still struggling, take a day out. Stop posting any stories for even a day or two, so you start from scratch. And when I honestly do this and start with a story post of myself and add some type of engagement such as a poll sticker, my views start right back up there again. Plus, having a day off, so not being at the top of people's feeds and then appearing again, causes curiosity because people then want to see what you're up to again. Give this a go and let me know in the comments how you get on with it. Okay, so there you have it, some simple, easy ways to increase your Instagram story views for optimum visibility and success. As always, I love hearing feedback from you guys, so let me know in the comments if you have found this video useful. And also let me know any questions that you have on it, and also what else you need help with when it comes to your social media marketing.